Damn right. And you're gonna make the difference.
This one comes with a basic sort of digital package.
Hey, you can make money off my name, make it, okay?
You got the power to change lives, right?
Hello and welcome to the Barry J. McDonald podcast. If you're interested in creating your own digital product or just want to learn more, you're in the right place. Whether you're just starting out or have been working on your digital product for a while, we hope that our podcast will provide valuable insights and inspiration to help you on your journey. Take it away, Barry.
Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode. Now, in today's podcast episode, I'm going to give you 15 things that you can do with free content to make money. Now, this free content could be maybe some articles on your hard drive, it could be some blog posts, social media content, something that maybe you've forgotten about. You've written a long time ago, and it's just off in cyberspace, and it's not making you any money. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at that content, we're going to bring it back home, we're going to rework it, reuse it, and we're going to see, can we make some money out of it? Now, the first thing you can do with your free content is use it for affiliate marketing. Now, this may be something you're doing already, but if you promote other people's products and services within your content, you could possibly earn a commission on every sale made through your affiliate link. Now, this could be maybe putting some banner ads through maybe a blog article. It could be maybe using an article you've written in the past, maybe on social media, taking it over to your blog, or maybe repurposing it and rewriting it, and again putting it back in social media, and then sprinkling maybe a couple of affiliate links through the content, or maybe having one of those hyperlinks at the end of your content, redirecting that reader on to some tool or some course or something, an ebook or something like that, that can make you a commission. So see if you can use some of your content for affiliate marketing. Another thing you can try out is ad revenue. Can you maybe put some display ads in that content? Could you use something maybe like Google AdSense ads, so that those readers who are over on your blog, when they're reading through it, they're going to be met with a couple of, Google AdSense ads, and if they click on that, well, then you will get a little share of that ad revenue, and then that content will make you some money. Another thing you can think about doing is doing sponsored content, where maybe you collaborate with brands and create maybe sponsored blog posts. Now, one of the best suggestions I heard many years back was from the great Jimmy D. Brown. And what he used to do was he used to take some of his content, some of his articles, bring it all together, put it into an ebook. And what he used to say was, well, does anybody want to buy, a space ad in this ebook? So somebody could come along, you and I, and say, well, I'd like to advertise my business on the first page of that report. And then you pay Jimmy then, and he would put your banner ad, or he would create an ad for you, and he would put it in it, and then he would give that report away for free. So I'm sure you can see, a report that's given away for free is probably going to go far, it's going to go wide, but it's going to have your business on the first page of it. It's going to have a big banner saying this report was sponsored by. So maybe is there any way maybe you can take some of that content you have, again, bring it all back, bring it into a collection, and ask anyone, would you be interested in sponsoring this report? Would you like to have your name on this? I'm about to send it out free to all over the internet. Would you like to buy an ad space on it? That could be something you could try out. Again, too, selling your own digital products. Could you maybe use some of your free content to show your expertise and use it to sell your ebooks, your online courses, or webinars? Could you use that as, those little stands you see at the supermarket where somebody gives you a little bit of taste of food and you try it out and you say, God, I must buy that product. Could you use your free content as a little kind of taster sample, so your reader reading that content, being impressed by your knowledge or what you've taught them, and then use that little taster to redirect them on to the main course, which is your ebook or your training course or whatever. Again, could you maybe use that free content to offer coaching and consulting services? Like the previous tip, could you maybe show off to people that you know what you're talking about? That you could be the type of person that they should be hiring as a coach, or you should be the type of person they should be hiring in as a service. There's no reason why you can't take maybe some of your online content and take it offline. See, maybe could you maybe get an article published in the local paper for businesses who might be interested in hiring you? Could you get it into a magazine? Could you, reuse or repurpose it another way to get yourself in front of people who would be interested, potential coaching clients or customers? So use that content to show that you're an expert, you know what you're talking about, and that you should be the type of person that they should be hiring for coaching or to take over whatever service you could do for them. Again, another thing you could use is email marketing. You've already written that content, so why not just tidy it up, smarten it up, and then put it into an email and send it out to your email list. I'm sure a lot of content you probably have written probably has some useful tips, tricks, advice, things that you thought about at the time when you wrote that content on your blog or on social media. So why not just take it over to social media and put it into your email autoresponder, or just send it out as an email today? You can be guaranteed that people who are on your email list have probably never seen that content on your Facebook page or never seen that thing on LinkedIn or whatever. So it's going to be new content to them. So rather than you actually writing some new content today for your email, just reuse it, repurpose it. Again, too, if you want to sprinkle some affiliate links in with it, you can be guaranteed, it might make you some money as well. Now, could you maybe take your free content and could you create a membership site? Could you maybe gather together some of those reports? Could you maybe create some ebooks? Could you maybe take some of that free content, repurpose it, make it into maybe some videos, maybe into some podcasts? Can you maybe change it into ebooks, or can you create and reuse it and put it into a membership site? I'm sure, if you have been writing for long, you probably have a lot of content on a lot of different topics. But could you maybe pull all that content together and then create a membership on a specific thing? You could have a kind of narrow niche membership. You don't have to have like a huge, membership where you're discussing 50 different topics that your members will need to know. Could you maybe niche it down? So maybe the content you've written is solely on TikTok. So you could have a little TikTok membership site, or whatever type of content if you create. Can you maybe scale it down, repurpose, reuse it, and make it into a nice little small membership site that you can make a monthly commission on, or a monthly payment scheme on? Again, too, maybe could use your free content to maybe host some live events or workshops. Could you maybe use the content to do maybe a webinar, a workshop, a seminar, and you share your knowledge in person or online? You can take it online. You could go, take some of your best articles and then create a little bit of webinar where you're promoting yourself, and then at the end of the webinar lead into some of your products or your services or whatever. Could you possibly maybe take your content offline? Again, if you're providing a service or coaching, or some of the local businesses might be able to, be interested in what you do, could you maybe set up a little seminar, a little talk, in your local library or something like that, where you're talking about a topic and, hopefully get some sales out of it. So see if you can reuse that content to host live events and workshops. The content's already there. It's just a matter of you just reading through the slides, just talking to somebody about what you know. And that is another great way of using your free content. Another thing you can do maybe is to sell merchandise. Can you create some branded merchandise, t-shirts, mugs or posters, and then sell them to the audience? Now you might say, well, I've got some articles written. How does that work out with a t-shirt? Or how does that work out with a mug? Well, is there any way maybe you can take maybe a quote, maybe a tip, maybe a trick, and then put that on a mug? Or maybe create some motivational posters, or some motivational t-shirts, or some wall art or something like that. Is there any way maybe you can take some of your best content and reuse it that way and create physical products with it? Again, too, can you use maybe your content to showcase your skills and offer freelance services such as writing or web development or whatever? You might find, people will see you from your content, know that you know what you're talking about, and actually hire you to take over their business, and you will be the person who would work on their social media, or you will be the person who would work on their content creation, or you will be the person who does their TikTok videos, or whatever it is. Can you maybe use your content for that? Could you maybe license your content? You know, what you could do is you could allow someone else to reuse your content with your permission for a fee. Again, if you wanted to, you could go down the sponsorship thing where they have the ad in your ebook or whatever. But could maybe you gather some of your best articles together and maybe sell them to someone for personal use? Could you maybe create some kind of PLR product out of it where people can take all that content you've written and then they can use it on the website, so they can talk about it on their social media or their TikToks or whatever? Could you do that where you sell your content onto someone else? If it's just lying there and if it is valuable content, well, somebody else may be glad of using it and they would be glad that they could get all that content in one go instead of them actually creating that content. Think about that. Is there any way you can license that content and sell your content on to other people? Could maybe you do a paid newsletter? Again, as I said, a lot of people are probably never going to come in contact with your content. So again, going on the idea earlier of using it in your email, could maybe you take your best content, your most valuable content, and create a premium newsletter that people have to pay to access. Again, too, you could set up a subscription where you're getting money on a recurring basis. Could maybe you use your content maybe for crowdfunding or for donations? Could you simply just put a donation button up on your blog posts and ask people, well, if you like this content, if you'd like to chip in, buy me a coffee, buy me a beer, help me bring in an income so I can give you more of this content. Could you possibly ask for donations? Could you maybe take the free content you have and then create additional, more in-depth content that complements your free content and then sell that as a premium? For example, maybe if you have maybe a blog post that says 10 things you need to do before you publish your TikTok video. Now that could be maybe a free article. But could maybe you take that article, expand on it, maybe create a series of maybe 10 videos where you go through all of those steps so you're given more in-depth knowledge and then sell that as a training course. Your free content could lead into your paid product. And again, you're just basically just taking the free content, reusing it, expanding on it, and making it more valuable and more useful for your reader, and then you get paid more money for it. Again, you could possibly maybe use your content in hosted sponsored giveaways or contests. You find sometimes maybe a group of people collaborate together and they have this, this big thing where they give away maybe over 30 days, maybe 30 great products or whatever. But these people kind of come together, all give a free product. So when people, purchase, usually for a low price, they get 30 different products. But allow you to get in front of people that you wouldn't have a chance to get in front of. And by collaborating with those people and giving your free report or your free video course or whatever, it allows you to, gain more subscribers or get more email subscribers or people knowing about you. And all you're simply doing is you're taking your free content you've written in the past, creating some PDF documents with it, creating a video course or whatever, and then using that free content and giving that to the collaborators to, help them make money, maybe sometimes for charity or whatever. But it means your name will be with those people and will kind of open you up to a new audience. So don't forget, just because you've got free content there or because you've put content out, you think that, well, it's just useless now. I need to move on and do something else. I'm sure you can see that, there are a lot of things you can be doing right now. Maybe some of the ones you're already putting into place, but I'm sure there are a few there that you should be trying out or that you might be interested in trying out that will turn that free content into an income stream. So don't be so quick to move on to creating some new content today. Have a look at some of the content you've done in the past. Can you reuse it? Can you repurpose it? Can you bring it together? Can you sell it? Is there anything more you can do with it? And I'm sure you'll start to see that you can be making an income from that free content you've already created. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. If you're interested in learning more about how to create your own profitable digital course from scratch, we have a special report that we know you'll love. To pick up your copy of Piggyback Profits, How to Make Your First Profitable Course, go to writecome.com now. We'll see you in the next episode.